Some dogs are just not ready yet for the normal activities, but you might still want to enrich your dog's day with fun activities. That also boosts his confidence so that you can sooner or later start working on those very important everyday life skills. We go from the least to the most interaction with you so that your dog can gain confidence and start working together with you so you can start building that incredibly strong bond. So let's dive in. First, enrichment game. That works even for dogs who are still hiding. So this is awesome for every fearful or shy dog or dogs who just don't want to have anything to do with you, right? That's boxes. So you take cardboard boxes, any kind of paper trash you have that's not poisonous to your dog, and you take one treat per box or a chew. You can also add a chew in a box. And then you spread the boxes out, either in the room your dog's hiding, or in your whole house, or in your backyard, or wherever your dog goes to, right? You can also do the same thing with snuffle mats or licky mats, things like that. But boxes are really awesome because they address the dog's need to shred, to scavenge, to eat, so you have something really, really awesome for your dog. And it's easy to do, right? Good thing to know is that the more you fold the box or the more you stuff it with stuff, the harder it gets. So start easy enough for your dog to have success pretty quickly, and that whole game boosts your dog's curiosity as well as the confidence. And curiosity works against fear. So this is awesome, right? Same thing goes for game number 2. And that's just scatter feeding. So you take a handful of food, doesn't matter what your dog eats, works with every food, and you just throw it either in the room your dog's staying in, or your house, or your garden. Again, this works everywhere. Everywhere your dog is feeling safe enough to explore, right? And again, this addresses a need of our dogs, the need to scavenge. Our dogs are scavengers by nature, and they usually love to search around for treats and eat them and stuff like that. Again, this also addresses the curiosity and works against fear. The next thing falls into the same category, and that's new objects. Present your dog with novelty objects, anything you can bring into the house that doesn't scare your dog, but triggers again the curiosity. You can use your mail, for example. You can use anything you bring home from shopping, like the bag you carry your groceries in, or you bought new towels and you let your dog explore. Or you can even give your dog your worn clothes and just let your dog get used to your scent and explore in his own time and at his own pace. Again, bringing new things into the environment triggers the curiosity side of your dog, and new things also nudge the brain into building new connections, and again, this is awesome for growth and development. And of course, whenever your dog's ready to go out, you can also introduce new areas to your dog. It's the same thing as with objects, but on a very, very large scale, right? In comparison to one object. So don't pressure yourself, don't pressure your dog. Do what's possible. Number 4. And now we're including more and more engagement with you. So only start this if your dog is ready to do stuff with you. And we start with shaping. Shaping with targets. Now, this is not that easy for us humans to do. So what we need to know exactly what we want our dogs to do as a goal. So we want to know how the dog looks like when we're finished, because then we can mark and reward the dog for every step in that direction. Now, if you don't have a marker signal, go to the description, get your free guide, work on a marker signal first. So your dog will learn that whenever you make a specific sound or say a word, a reward is coming. This is super important and you need it for this exercise. And then you can practice without your dog. So if your dog's still in the hiding stage, and if you need help with that, go to the description, you'll find a free call. We can see what I can do for you. Again, if you're still at that stage, You can work on your timing skills. Those are important for the whole shaping experience as well, right? Because what we want to do is we want to mark and reward the dog every 3 to 5 seconds. Now, this sounds super, super quick. I know, and yes, it is in the beginning, but we get used to that. The very fast pace is important to keep the frustration out of the exercise. If your dog's trying something and just won't get a reward, the frustration rises and rises and rises until the dog gives up or results to aggression, and we don't want that, right? So keep it fun, keep it light, and then it can be a really, really awesome opportunity for your dog to gain confidence. Now you can use any target you want. You can use a floor target, you can use a nose target, you can use any body part of your dog that should touch the target. Don't use something your dog's scared of course, but other than that, just have fun with it, right? Number 5 is very similar, but now we're using you. So the interaction level rises. We are talking about a hand target. Your dog can learn to touch your hand with the nose. So again, you are not moving your hands toward your dog, but your dog is moving his body, his face toward your hand. Your dog has control over the situation. And if your dog's not ready to touch your hand yet, which is true for many shy dogs, you can even take your dogs looking at your hand and reward that. And so you got your dog looking at your hand and following your hand in the long run. And that creates a positive association with hands. That's awesome, right? But also we can use it for the next exercise. You don't have to, but you can. So exercise number 6 is obstacles. Obstacles are awesome for your dog to learn how to move his body, what his body can do, and it works the muscles. That helps with relaxing afterward. So obstacles are awesome. And if your dog is still too shy to follow your hand, or the hand target just isn't the right thing for your dog, that's okay. You can also just scatter treats around the obstacles, so your dog can scavenge around and move over, around, through the obstacles at his own pace, even maybe without you. And of course you can do that indoor and outdoor. You can use every surface, you can use whatever you want your dog to get on or around or whatever. And if your dog's ready to engage with you a little bit more, you can also use your body as an obstacle. And I like to start with the legs, because with the legs I can give my dog space between my face and my body and whatever he's doing. So this can be fun as well. The next thing is my all-time favorite, and that's searching. Our dogs' noses are awesome, and if we can get them to use their nose, we can tire them out perfectly. We can give them a feeling of happy and just awesome, right? So we can let our dogs search for anything. We can let our dogs search a specific scent, like shrooms, or treats, or toys, or objects, or whatever. Even people. Right? So I like to start with treats. Treats are the most easy because it's the most natural for the dog, right? Searching for food is a normal thing to do. And what I like to do is I like to throw one treat away and just let the dog run after it. And then I throw another treat and let the dog run after it. Now, some dogs tend to just use their eyes for that. And for those dogs, I like to throw the second treat whenever the dog is still occupied with the first one, right? And then I can use my hand to point toward the treat, more or less depending on how scared your dog is of your movements, right? That's why this is so far down the list, right? You are with your dog and you're participating in the game. And whenever your dog has gotten used to using the nose for this game, you can add a cue like search. So you say search and then you throw the treat. And whenever your dog has gotten the hang of it, you can play around with distances, with surfaces, and with the environment. So you might need the next one. And that's number 8 on our list, and that's a stay. Now, you're by now actually participating in training. So you're really doing stuff with your dog. Always watch out for your dog's body language. See if your dog's fine with you engaging with him, or if he's still a little bit timid, then I would go back to something else so that your dog can build that connection a little bit more. But if your dog's ready, A stay is super awesome for a variety of situations, including a lot of enrichment techniques and search games and stuff like that. And I will link you a video to a step-by-step guide at the end. So for now, let's see number 9. And that's kind of the same thing as a stay. Number 9 is tricks. By now, your dog is eager to work with you, right? Your dog has realized that you're actually pretty cool and you're offering fun stuff and you're totally okay even in close proximity. If that's not the case, go back to the previous ones, right? So I would start with tricks that require the least movement from you because it's the least scary for your dog. Like if you are trying to do a heel and you have a small dog and you need to lean over to get the dog into position and things like that, that might be overwhelming for your dog. But if you just let your dog go around a water bottle or whatever, obstacles are again useful in this game, so you can use any object you want. So it's a bit similar to the target exercise. So what can your dog circle? What can your dog push or pull? Those are questions that help you decide what to teach as a trick. And number 10 is the mastery of tricks, and that's everyday life skills. Now, if we are honest with ourselves, everything that we need in everyday life is a trick. So what can your dog look at that's scary, then look at you and walk away with a treat? That's a very important life skill, right? What else do you need? By now your dog already knows that working with you is awesome. So you can teach whatever you need in your life together so that your dog can feel confident in a variety of situations because he knows how to behave and he knows you will help. Now, from here on, you can start with the tricky stuff. You can start with things like putting on the harness or medical training. So your dog can still opt out at any time your dog has control over the situation and your dog is participating voluntarily. That helps with confidence, that helps against fear and aggression, and it strengthens your bond incredibly because it builds on trust. And now I have promised you a step-by-step guide for the stay, right? And if you want to get into that, you will see exactly how you can train a stay in this video.